Good morning. My name is James Austin, and I'm going to be teaching you all today about procedural justice. I apologize for my absence. I am currently at Camp Shelby fulfilling my annual 2-week requirement from the Army Reserve. The topics I will cover today are the definition, elements, applications, strategies, benefits, risk, research, and examples of procedural justice. Procedural justice is defined as the idea of fairness in the processes that resolve disputes and allocate resources. It is not just a practice, but a philosophy and a movement which promotes positive organizational change and upholds police legitimacy in the community. The elements of procedural justice: participation and voice. Citizens are not only allowed, but are encouraged to share their side of the story, give their opinion. Oftentimes people feel better about the outcomes of a situation knowing that at least their voice was heard. Communication is key in this, so please listen to what citizens have to say before you make a decision. Neutrality. Please use legitimate evidence to make decisions, not personal biases. Dignity. Police are polite, acknowledge citizen rights, and show the community respect that it deserves. Trustworthy motives. Show the citizens that you care about their well-being. Show concern for the welfare of their community. Helpfulness. Citizen education during traffic stops. Explain to them how they can fix their infraction so they won't get stopped again. And also telling them when and where their court date is located if needed. Always put the citizen first. And always make an effort to sound sincere and never come off as sarcastic. The video I'm about to show was created by the California Post, and it shows examples of every element of procedural justice.
You know, I knew I was gonna get pulled over.
What do you mean?
I've been working all day. I'm just trying to get to the store, go home. But I'm a black man. I'm wearing a hoodie. And I knew I was screwed.
I didn't know you were black when I stopped you. I was right across the intersection from you, and you rolled through the stop sign.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do, but I feel like I'm the one who gets stopped all the time.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I don't know why you may have been stopped before, but I can only tell you why I stopped you tonight. It's because you ran the stop sign, nothing else.
Do you understand how scared I am when I get pulled over?
Tell me why you're scared.
Cops get nervous when they pull over a black guy. And I don't know how this is gonna end. I just don't want to get shot.
Okay, I get it. Been a lot of things causing mistrust, but I never know what's gonna happen either when I make a traffic stop. I want you to be able to trust the police, to trust me. I don't want you to be scared.
You're the first cop I've talked to that understands there's problems. And I think that maybe if I could talk to other cops like this, I don't know, I'd be less afraid.
If we could all talk like this, maybe everyone would be less afraid.
Will you remember this conversation when you come to my car? It matters. More than you know.
What's up, buddy? Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
When I first watched that video, I thought to myself, wow, how awesome would it be if we could sit down and have that same conversation with people before we encounter them, especially before a traffic stop. Did you notice how the police officer displayed all the elements of procedural justice? He allowed the citizen to share his side of the story and encouraged him to do so. He showed neutrality by sharing his decision-making process of why he pulled him over. He displayed dignity by showing the citizen respect with every verbal exchange. He expressed trustworthy motives by establishing that he had a legitimate reason for pulling him over. He showed helpfulness by alleviating some of that citizen's anxiety when it comes to being stopped, by stating that he wants him to be able to trust the police. This is a start to a solid foundation of police legitimacy in that citizen's mind. Every step of the criminal justice process, we are afforded the opportunity to provide procedural justice to the citizens we encounter. As law enforcement officers, we need to embrace this opportunity we have to show the community that we care about their well-being. Specifically, where we can apply procedural justice is general patrol, community policing, restorative justice, booking, interrogations, criminal investigations, interviews, and problem-oriented policing. Strategies to enhance procedural justice. Humanize the experience. Appearing approachable and accessible is a key component of procedural justice. When interviewing suspects or witnesses, make eye contact and use body language to convey respect. Thank citizens for their cooperation with the processes as a means of yielding increased cooperation in the future. Explain what you're doing and why. For many individuals, a routine traffic stop or other interaction with law enforcement can be a traumatic event. The legal jargon and procedures can be confusing and intimidating to the average person. Whenever possible, use simple terms to explain your actions, the legal and or practical reasons for doing so, and any consequences they must have for the person. For example, when issuing a summons, clearly explain the process for appearing in court to resolve the matter, including providing directions to the courthouse, if and how a lawyer will be provided, and whether there are options to resolve the matter by mail or online. These strategies can help promote compliance. Create opportunities for individuals to be heard. Giving people an opportunity to speak up and have their concerns heard can add a few extra minutes to the average interaction, but it's time well spent. Research shows that having your voice heard increases the perceptions of fairness, even when the person is told that their view will not influence the ultimate decision or outcome. Consider how to maximize the citizen's voice in contexts where it may be limited, such as traffic and street stops or walk-in inquiries. Consider environmental factors. Criminal justice facilities, like many government buildings, can be difficult to navigate for those unfamiliar with their halls. As an exercise, try to examine your facility with fresh eyes from the perspective of a new user. In high traffic areas, ensure building rules and instructions for getting assistance are clearly posted, easy to read, and provided in commonly spoken languages other than English if necessary. Use research to show the value of procedural justice. As with any new approach, there will be skeptics, but the research that supports this concept is compelling. Providing colleagues with the research on the impact of procedural justice can offer a concrete and focused foundation for trainings and other implementation efforts, helping to counteract the knee-jerk skepticism. Benefits of procedural justice. Increase police legitimacy. This is shown in 3 ways. First is public trust and confidence in the police, believing that we are honest and trying to protect the community from crime and violence. Second is the willingness of residents to defer to the law and to police authority. Third is the public believes that the actions of police are morally justified and appropriate to the circumstances. People are more likely to comply with law enforcement efforts when they feel like the system and its actors are legitimate. Potential risk for procedural justice. Some citizens are immune to procedural justice. Maybe it's because of their personal life experience with law enforcement, or whether it's ingrained in their culture. Some citizens will not trust the police no matter what efforts we make. These citizens still deserve our respect, and we should always make an effort to change their minds. Providing procedural justice takes more time because when you allow someone to explain their side of the story, or if you have to explain yourself, it can take longer than a textbook traffic stop. This time is well spent to alleviate anxiety some citizens may have towards the police and begin to rebuild police legitimacy into the lives of people that had lost hope in the police. Research supporting procedural justice. This is a graph of results from a regional police interaction survey. It was conducted in 3 agencies, all varying in size. All participants of the survey had received a citation, and there were 3 categories that were tested: quality of treatment, quality of decision making, and quality of information support. The quality of treatment covered whether or not the officer was polite to the citizen. The quality of decision-making covered if the officer treated the citizen objectively without considering race, gender, age, religion, or sexual orientation. The quality of information support covered how the officer answered questions from the citizen. It found that the average citizen satisfaction rate was 42%. 64% of those believed that they received a high quality of treatment, and 9.4% received a low quality of treatment. 58% believed that they received a high quality of decision making, while 9.3% received a low quality of decision making. 68.1% received a high quality of information support, and 10.2% believed that they received a low quality of information support. This information was gathered primarily through online and phone surveys. At the end of each survey, it had an open-ended question allowing participants to leave any additional comments. And a majority of the responses ended with, "I received a ticket, but the officer was polite and very professional." This should be a goal for every department to have the ability to leave a lasting impression on a citizen even when they receive a citation. This research, however, cannot be applied to every department due to the variables of each community. However, if we could initiate our own version of this survey, we could gather valuable research in order to measure our police legitimacy and citizen satisfaction within our own community. How to apply procedural justice. The video I'm about to show is a live traffic stop. The camera angle is poor, but listen to how the officer talks to the citizen and see if you can point out the elements of procedural justice.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm being pulled over for right now. It's 9:48 Pacific time. It's May 14th.
Hello.
Hi, officer. How can I help you?
You got your driver's license handy?
Yeah, I do. I also have a concealed deadly weapons permit.
Okay.
I have several weapons in the car.
Good deal. I like to see people with guns.
Good.
As long as they're not pointed at me.
That's right. We're on the same page. Cool. There you go.
Good deal. Where are you headed right now? Ooh.
Oh, I'm just I'm headed east. Going to my well, I haven't called him yet, but I'm probably gonna go to my uncle's place in Kansas, and I'm just passing through a few places on the way.
Okay, I gotcha. On vacation or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Just kind of traveling and you know, meeting people and stuff.
Okay. All right. Good deal. You have your vehicle documents?
Yeah. Why am I being stopped?
For speeding.
For speeding? I don't think I was speeding.
How fast were you going?
I'm pretty sure I wasn't speeding. The speed limit was 75, right?
Well, how fast were you going? 75?
I definitely wasn't exceeding the speed limit.
Okay.
I'm almost positive.
Okay, so if the speed limit was 75, you wouldn't have been exceeding it.
Well, I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is.
But you weren't speeding, you know that.
I'm almost certain I wasn't speeding because I pay very close attention to this. You know, I'm running short on funds.
Okay.
And the last sign, you know, that I saw, you know, I'm almost positive subconsciously that I stayed below that. Now I don't know what you clocked me at.
78.
78. Okay. So, I mean, how accurate is that?
Very.
I mean, I don't think I was going over 75 for sure.
Okay. So if you had to estimate, how fast would you say you were going?
I mean, I'd rather not, you know, estimate.
Okay.
I'd rather not at this point in time.
Well, we can agree to disagree. I'm not really out here to write tickets per se today.
Okay, I
just trying to slow people down in the key word, the work zone. Okay, it's a 55 zone. It's reduced. There's 11-foot lanes. It's dangerous. You need to go slower. That's why the speed limits are reduced.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So you were close to the speed limit. 78, in my opinion, is acceptable in a unrestricted, 75 zone.
Gotcha.
At 3 miles, who's going to stop you for that? Not me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, just it's reduced down to 55, so that's why you're being stopped.
Okay. Fair enough.
I will be right back with you. Where's your guns? I don't need your permit.
I got a pistol here and a rifle in the trunk, and I got some pepper spray and a pocket knife and a
Man,
pod.
you ready, huh?
I'm
ready for the zombie apocalypse.
I'm just protecting myself.
I hear you, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I like to see it. You seem like a straight up guy. I'm not the slightest bit worried.
Okay. Great.
Just do me a huge favor. I'm gonna go back and make sure you're valid. I'm gonna cut you loose. I don't really intend on giving you a citation. I mean, that's quite a bit over.
Okay.
Usually anything 10 over or more, I'm citing on.
Wow.
You're being reasonable with me. I mean,
thank you so much.
So just do me a huge favor. I'm just going to have you hop out and sit on the hood of your car if you don't mind, just so I don't have to worry about you retrieving one of your guns.
Sure, no problem at all.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. Thanks.
Pretty simple request.
Yeah, understandable. You got it.
Do you have any on your person?
No, I do not.
Guns?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
You're all right, man. Relax. It's standard procedure.
Okay.
I'd just rather not have to worry about it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no, you're protecting yourself. I appreciate that.
Get this out. Get out of your hairs just as fast as
all
I
right.
can.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. You got that bear mace?
I don't know what it branded. I think it's just Mace brand.
People mace?
People Mace,
Tell
yeah.
you what, that bear mace is.
What is bear
I
mace?
see a lot of people carrying it. It's real under a lot of pressure. It's a bigger can.
Really?
So basically, I think it's got a 30 foot. 30 foot. Pretty accurate. It's about 30 feet.
My goodness.
So that's better than the little squirt.
Yeah, I need to look into that. I don't know.
Definitely. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks. That is a good traffic stop right there. That is a good traffic stop. Pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. Officer Gunter, I believe is his name. This guy needs a raise. This guy is awesome.
There you go.
Thanks, sir.
Are you narrating?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just complimenting your
More and more
style.
people on your report. I guess I could understand it.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously I think the exception of the rule because a lot of cops do this, and I'm not bashing cops. I mean, I love cops. I have
I got you.
people who I know are cops, but I just think that the federalization of the police force and we're getting away from the Constitution and people don't really understand their rights and the whole thing is like an assumption of guilt, and it should be an assumption of innocence. And I'm not trying to lecture you at all because obviously you know what you're doing.
You're making all kinds of sense. I hear you.
Thanks.
A lot of people. A lot of people will. It almost makes me suspicious in some cases because they're just sticking the camera in the face and they're being real aggressive. And there's been a time or two where I'm going, okay, why are they recording me? Here, I have no question. You just record me because it's your right and you want to record me. What do you think we do? We record everything.
Right.
So it's the way to go. I mean, it's evidence of a crime or of a crime that never. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either way, it's good business.
Absolutely.
What do you do for a living? I'm curious.
Well, I'm self-employed. I'm in politics. I mean, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I'm kind of like a semi-professional poker player also. I founded a political action committee down in Texas. It's called the Liberty for All Super PAC. Got paid for that. And I don't know. I mean, I've been in politics since I graduated college. My first job was I worked for 6 months with the National Right to Work Committee. And I worked on 2 state house races in Iowa. So I don't know. I'm really, I'm into the law, I'm into politics, I'm into the Constitution. It's kind of my thing. So I don't know.
Okay, I was just curious. I saw the Ron Paul stuff and was just genuinely curious.
Yeah, no, I could tell. You're not trying to incriminate me or anything, so that's good.
You just, where are you coming from now?
I'm coming from California.
Okay.
Never been there, so I just...
How was it?
It was beautiful.
Where at in California?
Beautiful. I went through Los Angeles, and then I went up to San Francisco, and then through Sacramento.
Did you come through 50 or 80?
I don't remember. I just followed
80,
GPS.
yes.
I just followed GPS.
Okay, did you go past Tahoe?
I did. I stopped over at Tahoe.
You got to look at Tahoe. Did you go through South Shore where all the casinos are, or the other end?
I don't remember. I went through this place called Kings Beach.
Okay, you went around north Lake Tahoe. That's my hometown. So
really?
Yeah. So you're from North Shore. That's a good view of the lake. You get to see all the big houses and stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was kind of dark. I wish I could have seen more.
Next time, go through the other way. You got the in my opinion, the better side.
Really?
You got Emerald Bay and all that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, you got traveling to do, so I'm gonna cut you loose. And,
all right.
Enjoy yourself. Good luck.
Thanks so much, sir. What's your name?
John Gunner.
John Gunner, Ross Farr. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
All right.
Good luck.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Thanks I do appreciate you letting me know you have those firearms.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you being, so cool-headed.
There's been a handful of times where people don't tell me. I mean, you don't have to, I guess. But,
really?
It's good policy.
I thought you had to. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Throughout the entire traffic stop, the officer takes the time to show respect for the citizen in every verbal exchange. Every step of the traffic stop, the officer explains to the citizen what he's doing and why, making small talk with him, showing that he genuinely cares. The officer educated the citizen every chance that he got and was able to accomplish that in a sincere manner. The officer was patient and communicated all of his intentions throughout the encounter. How not to apply procedural justice. This video contains explicit language. It is another video of a live traffic stop. I do not know what led up to the moment the camera started rolling, but this is how not to apply procedural justice.
Sir, do you understand me?
Sir, I am not saying...
Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so stop it with your mouth. Okay. Stop it with your, for what, sir? For what, sir? Okay. Stop it with that bullshit. Okay. And realize the 3 vehicle and traffic law violations you committed. Okay. Okay? Do you understand me?
Yes,
I don't know what fucking planet you think you're on right now.
I'm not planning, sir. I'm here.
Planning? I said planet.
I said I'm not
planet.
I'm not any planet.
And stay there.
Jesus Christ.
This sucks.
Sorry about that.
Picked the wrong guy to honk at, obviously.
Pull over 5 fucking feet. Do you understand me? Pull over.
Oh my god.
I have this on video in case you want to.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
In case you need to submit it to someone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, send me your email. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll give you my card.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. No, that's crazy. That's really inappropriate.
This is abuse of power, obviously.
Because he was there.
No, it's not your fault. Listen, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's this guy's just a dick.
Yeah.
To put it mildly.
Yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't be slamming your car. Or you shouldn't be slamming your car door. You shouldn't be throwing things around. He doesn't have a right to open your door. Like he's.
I don't think he could have really arrested you. I don't.
You weren't under arrest. I think he's just on a power trip right now.
Yeah. Because you honked at him.
Because you honked. Because he didn't have a blinker on.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna park, you're supposed to put your blinker on. That's the way this works.
That's why I'm saying.
No, I know.
Yeah, but you know, I would just not say anything.
Don't say anything.
Just
you're gonna
quiet. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. That's it.
Now let me tell you something. The next time you do it again,
okay.
You're getting okay. What? You gonna let me fucking finish?
Sir,
Stop interrupting me.
Okay. Apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, who do you think you're talking to here?
Sir, I'm not saying nothing. I said,
no, every time I open my mouth, you have something to say. When you're driving up my ass when I'm trying to park the car, and then you have to do something with your hands.
Sir, I just say...
I don't care what you have to say.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
People are allowed to park in this car, park their cars on the side of the street without your interference. And then your opinion about what's going on.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Apologize.
Especially when the person you're doing it to are the police.
Okay, sir. I apologize.
I don't know where you're coming from or where you think you're appropriate in doing that. That doesn't. It's not the way it works.
Okay, sir.
How long have you been in this country?
Almost 2 years.
Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you. And use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do.
Okay.
That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for me. You're not important enough. Don't ever do that again. Are you a fare?
Yes.
You're a fare.
Yes.
And this guy is taking time out of your day for his vehicle and traffic violations.
Sure.
Thank you. Can you take that plate number, please?
I have his plate.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
Again, I do not know what made this officer react in this manner, but from what we saw, it made me angry and frustrated that it occurred. The officer completely disrespected the driver and ruined any police legitimacy this driver and his occupants had. There is no excuse for his actions and impatience. In conclusion, the major key in applying the elements of procedural justice is good communication and respect for the citizens. Every situation isn't going to be perfect. Not every citizen encounter will be a good one, but if you can be patient and put the citizens' well-being first in every encounter, this will allow police legitimacy to continue to grow within our community. We can better ourselves through researching in our community to see where we stand in regards to procedural justice and citizen satisfaction. The concept of procedural justice is simple. The hard part is applying it and being able to treat everyone with respect regardless of how they treat you in return. When procedural justice is applied, people tend to be more compliant with law enforcement.